Today, like most days, Howard's Creek meanders through the small West Virginia town of White Sulphur Springs. But on June 23rd, after more than 8 inches of rain fell, most of it in less than 12 hours, it was a different story.
The water came through like a tidal wave, literally destroying everything in its path.
There were no houses, they were all washed away. The roads were tore all to pieces. There were cars upside down all over the creek.
Most parts of this community actually look like a hurricane came through.
Tatagolia would know. His First Response Team of America has been helping hurricane, tornado, and flood victims since 2007. He arrived in White Sulphur Springs soon after flash flooding destroyed more than 130 homes in town.
Normally by this time of the year, we've responded to multiple tornadoes. Instead, we've mostly been responding to floods. What's happened here in West Virginia is something I rarely see. The creek that went through this community literally turned into a raging river.
The water rose rapidly, trapping many residents inside their homes. Susan Ayers didn't think she would survive the ordeal.
It was raining buckets of water and it was lightning and thundering really, really bad. We're like, we're not going to make it. I mean, we knew that if there was a gas leak, it was going to blow up our home. My neighborhood's destroyed, but we do have our life.
We're just family. It really hurts when you come down and see the houses gone.
Margie Stidham's home of 54 years was also destroyed.
We were overwhelmed. I mean, what do you do when you walk in and see all that mud and everything destroyed?
A sentiment repeated all over town.
The house is totally wrecked. I don't know where to start. There's just so much to do.
Just hours after arriving, the First Response Team stepped in to help, clearing mud from homes and stripping walls to the studs. Rebuilding was underway.
They did save the doors, yes. They wouldn't take them down.
But much had been lost.
I had some old furniture of my parents that didn't survive. Some of it was like 200 years old. A lot of memories.
The damage facing homeowners here isn't limited to inside.
With this disaster, it wasn't just water that came through and inundated the homes. There's a lot to clean up around the homes. The yards are full of mud and boats and cars and houses that have broken up into pieces and been put into other people's yards.
Joining the First Response Team on cleanup duty, the West Virginia National Guard.
Right now our mission is to clean up everything on the street, all the debris, get traffic flowing.
We were also asked to help the National Guard. We actually brought in heavy equipment with us to help with some of the heavy lifting, the mud, the trees, the fences.
At Margie Stidham's home, 4 generations gathered together, eager for a fresh start and thankful for the help they received.
They are the best thing ever. So kind and so gracious. Just wonderful people who truly care about you.
The work we're doing here is extremely exhausting, but when we get a hug from someone we've helped, it really reminds us of what we're doing here, and it gives us the strength to keep going.
Strength this small West Virginia community will need during the long road to recovery.
We're not going to cry about it. We're just going forward because it's going to be fixable. So many people lost, their families that this is nothing.
Here in White Sulphur Springs, community is very much alive. With the amount of work that's going on here, I really believe that White Sulphur Springs will once again be whole.